Do you know about the Axeman of New Orleans?
No.
Because that's the one. D.B. Cooper's like, oh yeah, you're a normie. Yeah, let's talk D.B. Cooper. The Axeman of New Orleans is the craziest shit ever. So 6 people were killed, 6 were injured from May of 1918 until October of 1919.
Okay,
and
so
then,
this is a cold case. This is a
very cold case. Completely frozen
Yes.
case. And they have, it's very similar to Jack the Ripper, where they have a million suspects and none of them are perfectly fit.
What if it's Jack the Ripper?
Right. Well, that is one. That is like the most galaxy brained thing. Is like, oh, he came to, even though he was killing in the 1880s,
right.
Old man Jack Ripper.
Yeah.
So he attacked people. So he obviously he has an axe. That's his thing. He hacked people up with an axe. And this is perfectly like in line with the time period. He did it with people's own axes. Because this is a time in which everybody, I guess, had a fireplace.
Axe. Yeah, you had an axe.
Even though New Orleans is hot as fuck, even at Christmas. So even that, I'm like, what are you doing with these damn axes?
You never know when you're going to have to break up a chifferow.
Yeah, exactly. Hard times, daddy. But he usually used people's own, like, he would just go out to the tool shed, and be like, oh, there's the axe, and then would chisel out like a panel of their door. Which that's the one where I'm like, how did you not hear a guy chiseling your door? But then would just reach up, let himself in, and then hack people with an axe. And he never stole anything, and everyone he killed was Italian.
I'm sorry.
It's like just such a weird detail.
Oh, that's such a strange detail.
I think he killed one non-Italian person who was just married to an Italian person. But everyone he killed was straight up had a vowel at the end of their name. It's the
opposite of the Olive Garden. When you're here, you're dead. Why would you?
We call it Axe Battagliano.
Axe Battagliano. That is hilarious.
But the reason
Italian Americans.
Yeah, sorry, New Orleans World War I era Italians.
New Orleans Italian Americans.
Oh, there's a bunch. Yeah,
okay.
People. Funny thing about New Orleans. People when you go like, oh, do a Louisiana accent. Most people are gonna go, oh, I guarantee, you put that Tony Chassery in that Creole. Oh, I guarantee. They're gonna do the Cajun accent.
Sure.
People from New Orleans sound like they're from Brooklyn and they're just talking slightly slower.
Oh.
Like it's like the the true, like go look this up. Like
Sleepy Brooklyn.
The true New Orleans accent sounds like the East Coast, like a big city on the East Coast, like Philly or New York. It's very, very interesting. So when you meet a real New Orleanian, you're like, oh shit.
To me, it doesn't sound any different. But I've had people say I sound like I'm from New York, from Brooklyn, Cajun. I think a lot of times people get Cajun and Creole mixed up. I don't sound Cajun. I just sound New Orleans or Creole.
So, and I don't know if that has to do, but yeah, lots of Italians. They were all at the, at the blade of the Axeman in 1919.
Jeez, so mad at Italians.
Yeah, but the reason I wanted to talk about the Axeman is because my favorite detail of the case is like Jack the Ripper, he sent a letter. To the police, and he even rips off Jack the Ripper because there's the Johnny Depp movie From Hell, and that is based on one of the Jack the Ripper letters, which starts like it's addressed from hell. So the Axeman of New Orleans writes this: hottest hell, March 13th, 1919. Esteemed mortals of New Orleans, they have never caught me and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible. Even as the ether that surrounds your earth, I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleanians and your foolish police call the Axeman. So, like, already this guy's like an incel edgelord piece of shit. Like,
giving us real Israel Keys vibes.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. He is Israel Keys in 1919.
Oh my God. Okay, this is an exclusive to your podcast.
Yes.
So my homegirl up in Alaska bought a very nice house in a very fancy neighborhood at a very, very reasonable
competitive rate.
Extremely competitive rate. She found out its original owner was Israel Keys.
Holy shit.
And he did beautiful woodwork all over the house. She'll show it. And there's one of his old grocery lists still on one of the doors.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh
she was like, she was sending me pictures. She's like, I'm going up in the crawl space hoping to find something weird. She's like, she didn't find anything weird. But she's a big fan of his woodworking skills. Beautiful. But if he had just stuck to being a craftsman and not the goth edgelord of fucking like serial killers.
Yeah.
Fine.
This is the main thing I wanted to include, though, with this letter. Undoubtedly, you Orleanians think of me as a most horrible murderer, which I am, but I could be much worse if I wanted to, if I wished. I could pay a visit to your city every night. At will, I could slay thousands of your best citizens, and I am in a close relationship with the Angel of Death. Now, to be exact, at 12:15 Earth time on next Tuesday night, I'm going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition to you people, and here it is.
Jesus Christ.
You thought the Italian turn was crazy. Wait for this. Here's his proposition. I'm very fond of jazz music. And I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is playing at full swing at the time that I have mentioned. One thing is certain, that is some of you people who do not jazz it out for that specific Tuesday night, if there be any, will get the axe.
Wait, what? Is the letter authentic to the killer?
As best they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would be a really fun prank.
Yeah, it's a crazy prank. It's a crazy prank.
No matter what a prank, it's just like the origin of the prank is
yeah.
It was.
Well, the origin of the prank would obviously be a trumpet player. Like, man, we got to get work. How are we going to get work?
Yeah,
like,
everybody's, you know what? I'm going to kill more people if I don't get to do.
I need some live jazz. It's like, well, hire every jazz drummer and trumpet player in the city.
Oh my God, what a weird. By the way, I've been applying to these like writers fellowships, and you always have to include a mission statement. I'm just going to copy and paste that in there and just see what happens.
Also, this asshole clearly had a thesaurus with this last line.
Oh, no.
Well, as I am cold and crave the warmth of my native Tartarus, which he obviously just looked up hell in the thesaurus and was like, oh, Tartarus, all right, that works. And it is about time I leave your earthly home. I will cease my discourse, hoping that thou wilt publish this and that it may go well with thee. I have been, am, and will be the worst spirit that ever existed, either in fact or in realm of fantasy. And so...
has this guy not been a character in any Sandman novel?
Right?
Yeah.
It says, the thing I researched says, that night all of New Orleans dance halls were filled to capacity, and professional and amateur bands played jazz at parties at hundreds of houses around town, and there were no murders that night. So...
You just want everybody to party. Hey, everybody. Everybody.
I'm doing a good thing here.
This is my... Y'all go out and party.
Yeah.
Do that. Could y'all go party? That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the real answer. D.B. Cooper, easy answer. Axeman of New Orleans, that's the one I want.
All right,
I'd love to solve that one. But
thank you for telling me about that.
I love it.
I will now just like be in an elevator and somebody will go blah blah blah, and I'll be like, "Have you ever heard of the Axeman of New Orleans?" And just like talk to them about it, and I will remember that before I remember like a password to a website I need to access.
See, I think you and I have the same disease there, because
yes.
I can never forget the part of where he's like, everyone must have jazz,
everybody, jazz.
the most stereotypical New Orleans crime, a jazz-based spree of murders.
Oh God, oh woof, that would be. If they did that today, it would be stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
it really would. It would be like, I will kill you, but it wouldn't be like with an axe. It'd be like with a Cutco knife or something shitty like that.
Right, yeah. I got ninja stars, bro.
Ninja stars.